You've seen them. Those listings pop up on your phone. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, nice neighborhood, a yard big enough for a dog or maybe kids someday. The photos look warm, inviting, like a life you're supposed to want. Price tag says $500,000. Looks achievable, right? Here's what the banks won't tell you. What the real estate agents don't put in the fine print. What your friends probably don't even know because they're scrolling Zillow right alongside you. To afford that house in 2026, you need to be in the top 12% of earners in this country. Not the top 25%. Not the top 20%. The top 12%. And I'm about to show you exactly why. Who actually qualifies. And what you can actually do about it if you're not there yet. Let's start with the math. The real math. Not the simplified version you see on TV or Instagram reels where they just say, oh, you can afford a $3,000 payment, no problem. A $500,000 house. You put 5% down because you don't have $50,000 sitting around for 10%, and you definitely don't have $100,000 for 20%. That's reality for most people. $25,000 down. You're financing $475,000. In 2026, mortgage rates for buyers with good credit are hovering around 6.5%. Maybe 6.25 if you have excellent credit and shop around. Maybe 7 if your credit is just okay. We'll use 6.5 to be realistic. Let's break down your actual monthly payment. The one the bank shows you versus the one you actually pay. Principal and interest on that loan comes to about $3,000 per month. That's just the loan itself. Nothing else. Property taxes. Average in the U.S. is about 1.2% of the home value annually. Some states higher, some lower. But 1.2 is a solid average. That's $500 per month. Homeowners insurance. Around $150 per month. Maybe less if you shop around. Maybe more if you're in Florida or Texas or anywhere with extreme weather. Private mortgage insurance. Because you put less than 20% down. That's the bank's way of protecting itself because you're a higher risk. That's roughly $200 per month. Add it up. $3,000 plus $500 plus $150 plus $200. $3,850 per month. Before utilities. Before maintenance. Before you turn on the lights. Before you mow the lawn or fix the leaky faucet or discover the water heater is 10 years old and dying. $3,850. Every single month. Just to have the keys in your hand. Now let's talk about what lenders actually require. Banks use something called the 28% rule. It's been around forever. It says your total housing costs shouldn't exceed 28% of your gross monthly income. That's your income before taxes. So let's reverse engineer this. $3,850 divided by 0.28 equals $13,750 per month gross income. Multiply that by 12. $165,000 per year. That's the household income you need to comfortably afford this house. Not just barely scraping by. Comfortably. Where you're not stressed every month about making the payment. In 2024, the median U.S. household income was about $80,000. So you need to earn more than double the median. That puts you in the top 12 to 15% of earners nationally. Let me say that again. Top 12%. If you're making $80,000 a year, which is a solid income in most of the country, you're not even halfway there. You're at 48% of what you need. I remember being 25, sitting in my small apartment. The one with the thin walls and the parking spot way in the back. Scrolling Zillow at midnight like it was a drug. Thinking if I just save a little more. If I just get one more promotion. If I just cut back on coffee and eating out and streaming services. I'll get there eventually. Maybe you've had that same thought. That same late night scrolling session where you convince yourself it's closer than it really is. But here's what I didn't understand back then. Something they don't teach you in school. Something your parents might not even know because the housing market today is completely different from when they bought. Banks will actually approve you for more than you can afford. They run their algorithms. They look at your income and your credit score and your debt-to-income ratio. And they say, congratulations, you qualify for $550,000. Maybe even $600. Sounds exciting, right? More house. Bigger dream. Nicer kitchen. But if you take that, you become house poor. Every paycheck goes to the mortgage. Vacations disappear. Eating out becomes a luxury you have to calculate and justify. You stress about small repairs. You lie awake at 2 in the morning wondering if you can afford a new roof in 5 years, or if that sound from the furnace is going to cost you $2,000. You own the house, but the house owns you. So who is actually buying these homes in 2026? I've researched this. I've talked to buyers and real estate agents and mortgage brokers, and it breaks down into 3 distinct groups. Group 1, the dual income professionals. 2 people earning $80,000 each. Combined $160,000. Maybe one makes $90 and the other makes $70. They're both in stable careers. Tech, healthcare, engineering, government, accounting, nursing. They're saving together, splitting the mortgage, sharing the risk. This is the most common buyer by far. It's almost impossible to buy a loan in 2026 unless you're in that top 12%. So people partner up. Married, engaged, serious partners. Sometimes even friends or siblings. Group 2, the equity player. Someone who owned a previous home. Maybe bought it 5 years ago, or 8 years ago, or 10. Back before prices went crazy. Sold it recently and walked away with $200,000 in equity from the sale. Sometimes more. They put 40% down, financing only $300,000. Their monthly payment drops to around $2,400. Now they only need to earn about $100,000 a year. This is the smart move. This is playing the game wisely. Buy something smaller first. Build equity. Let time work for you. Move up later. Group 3, the high earner solo. Single person making $180,000 plus. Think tech sales where one good commission check changes everything. Specialized contractors who charge $200 an hour. Successful small business owners who figured out the online thing. Doctors and dentists in their 30s finally out of residency. They exist, but they're rare. And honestly, many of them are still renting and investing the difference because they did the math and realized renting plus investing gives them more freedom and more wealth over time. So where does that leave you? If you're watching this and thinking, I don't make $165,000. I don't have a partner. I don't have equity from a previous home. I'm just starting out. What do I actually do? You have 4 options. 4 paths forward. None of them are quick. None of them are sexy. But all of them work. Option 1. Increase your income. This is the long game. The boring answer nobody wants to hear, but everybody needs to hear. Side hustle. Career switch. Asking for a raise. Learning a high-income skill. Moving to a city that pays more. Switching industries. Getting certified in something valuable. It takes time. It takes effort. But it's the most sustainable path, and it gives you leverage for the rest of your life. Option 2. Buy with a partner or roommate. It's not romantic. It's not what you pictured when you dreamed of buying your first home. But it's practical. 2 incomes split the mortgage. 2 people share the maintenance. 2 people contribute to the down payment. Millions of people do this successfully. Just get a legal agreement. Protect yourself. Treat it like a business partnership because that's what it is. Option 3. Look at a smaller price point. A $350,000 house needs about $115,000 income. That's $50,000 less than the $500,000 house. More achievable. You build equity there. You move up later. Or a $250,000 condo needs about $85,000 income. Now we're talking numbers that actually make sense for a lot of people. Option 4. Wait and stack cash. Build your down payment so your monthly payment drops. This is the patience play. The delayed gratification move that separates the people who struggle from the people who win. Let me show you the math on this. $100,000 down on that $500,000 house. You're financing $400,000. At 6.5%, your payment drops to about $3,000 per month. Now you only need $128,000 income. That's $37,000 less than before. Every $10,000 you save for down payment reduces your monthly payment by about $50 and reduces the income you need by about $2,000 per year. This is how normal people win. Not by getting rich fast. Not by timing the market. Not by some crypto moonshot. by being patient and strategic and letting math work in their favor. Now I want to shift your mindset for a minute. This is important. Here's what nobody tells you about the American dream. Owning a house isn't freedom if the house owns you. I've met people in $300,000 homes who are financially free. Low stress, money in savings, time for family, peace of mind. They can handle an emergency. They can take a lower-paying job they actually enjoy. They can breathe. And I've met people in $800,000 homes who are one paycheck from disaster. Stressed, trapped, working jobs they hate just to make the payment, fighting with their spouse about money, lying awake at night doing the math over and over. The house doesn't set you free. The numbers set you free. So here's what I want you to take away from this video. If you're not ready for that $500,000 house today, that's okay. In fact, that's good. Because now you know the truth. You know what it actually takes. You can make a plan. Maybe that plan takes 3 years. Maybe 5. Maybe you decide you don't even want the house. You want the freedom more. You want the ability to travel or work part-time or start a business without a massive mortgage payment hanging over your head. The goal isn't the house. The goal is choice. The choice to work because you want to, not because you have to. The choice to walk away from a job you hate. The choice to take a risk on something you believe in. The choice to breathe. Choice is the goal. So here's my question for you in the comments. What's your number? What price house are you actually aiming for? And what's your plan to get there? I read every comment. I want to hear your story. I want to know where you're starting from and where you're trying to go. If this video changed how you think about home buying or gave you a reality check you needed, hit subscribe. We're building something different here. Real talk about money. No fluff. No get-rich-quick nonsense. No fake guru energy. Just math. Just mindset. Just freedom. I'll see you in the next one.